Well, this will teach them. Let's begin. The article says that Yobs will be forced to clean up crime hotspots within 48 hours under a new crackdown. Rapid deployment teams will tackle fly tipping, littering, vandalism and graffiti. And ministers hope it will reassure blighted communities that they can expect a swift response to antisocial behaviour. The Community Payback Plan will make it easier for the public to report incidents and nominate clean-up projects. Local prohibition services will also consult with charities and victim groups on the type of unpaid work carried out. 6-month pilot schemes are being launched in Manchester and the North East and East of England and Wales. And the new scheme will apply to anyone who has been sentenced to unpaid work. More than 50,000 unpaid work requirements are dished out by courts every year for crimes such as theft, criminal damage and booze-related incidents. And the project is expected to see offenders carry out 20,000 hours of hard graft in 6 months. And if successful, it is hoped to roll out the plans nationally for the start of next year. Watching that just makes me wonder if any of these eco-idiots will be sentenced to do such things. I mean, wouldn't it be a bit of irony if they're actually made to clean up their own mess they make? Especially if it involves scraping orange paint off a statue's penis. And personally, I think if that is such a case, they should be made to do it with a toothbrush. And not just any toothbrush, their own toothbrush, but unfortunately I can't actually see that happening. But either way, I personally think that it is quite a good idea that people who are sentenced to do some unpaid work do carry out not so nice jobs, because let's face it, hopefully that would be more of a deterrent to them not to be a bellend, especially of course if they think they might be lined up to do the similar sort of thing in the future. If and when of course they next offend. Although it does make me wonder if they are rolling out these sort of plans, would that then make judges tend to sentence people to do this sort of stuff instead of going to prison, which in my opinion is more of a deterrent than just cleaning up a bit of litter or paint or whatever. I mean, of course I don't know about you, but when I was a boy I was told that if you commit any crimes or anything like that, then you will be going to prison. And it just seems like nowadays the chance of actually going to prison is diminishing all the time, especially of course if you're one of those eco-idiots out there. I'm sorry, I mean protesters. And personally, I don't think that should be the case. And yes, of course I know that prisons are getting crowded, but that's because, in my opinion, the punishments for a lot of crimes aren't exactly much of a deterrent, and therefore of course people get caught and maybe stay in a week or two in a holiday camp. Prison. And of course now might get the chance of being sentenced to do a little bit of cleaning up for their naughty behaviour. I personally think that if you are sentenced to a certain amount of time in prison, say 10 years or whatever, you should actually be serving the full 10 years in prison, rather than of course the 5 years that you more than likely get nowadays, with the other 5 being served on parole. But then again, of course, I guess that's just me. Maybe, who knows, I'm a bit of a dinosaur. I mean, I don't know. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I'll be back in about an hour, so make sure you click the subscribe button down there so you don't miss my next video. I'll see you in the next one.